imports from Pakistan. I'm so sorry, from Finland to Pakistan. How do you see it? Is it all about technology transfer or?
I mean, there's no simple answer to this, but it's again comes down to the people and the ecosystems that you're dealing with. So I don't know who the partners are, who these large companies are working with, but it depends on their local connections, the people they know, and how they work with them. And a lot of stuff which is also going to come is got to do with investments into startups and venture caps today. And I see that what people are doing in Pakistan, some are doing it really well, and they know how to kind of go in and how to create the story of success. But some people just come and say, "Oh, this is a great idea. Let's just invest in this idea, and we will grow with them." I feel that just giving somebody the amount of money they need, even though they have the best ideas in the world, is not the best way to make them succeed. Sometimes you've got to understand they may have the best idea when it comes to IT or fintech or whatever even Finland is bringing to the table, but you have to kind of hold their hand when it comes to how to do finance, how to do taxation, how to do supply chain. So you need experts placed around them to help them succeed, because they may be good startup entrepreneurs, but if they do not know what cash flow means, and that if your money runs out, what happens, or how supply chain works, or how even marketing and social media, like you said, storytelling works. So you need the right experts placed around them to advise them at all times and to help them succeed. So I think if you have an ecosystem created of good experts and local experts and people from Finland side, I think that's how you will help things succeed.
The technology transfer, definitely, I think there's an opportunity there, but I think more of it is identifying the verticals that are relevant for Pakistan, right? I mean, energy, so far, I mean, energy has made sense, health makes sense, education. There could be other areas. I mean, you mentioned AI, for example, right? I mean, gaming, for example, Finland has done quite a lot of work in the gaming sector, and given our young population, which is we have a lot of gamers here, but also from a tech perspective of what their skills are. I think that those types of areas could also be of interest. But again, that goes back to even with the gaming is you want to learn from the Finnish companies of what's made them successful in those areas, and then so it's kind of a co-op kind of a model where we have a lot of resources, maybe medium skill resources, and you have the innovation and the high-end skill sets. And if there is a way of collaborating in certain areas like gaming and other areas, then there's an opportunity. It's a win-win situation, right? With you creating a good resource pool from Pakistan, and then looking at some level of knowledge transfer. But I think more of these types of summits and things like this is where people get to explore, right? I mean, I don't think we have a silver bullet in terms of what exactly will work, but I think encouraging more of these types of interactions is where people start to explore what might be opportunities. Right? You pick the verticals like you've done right now, energy, education. Maybe there are other verticals again to look at.
I think it's across board. It's not just technology that can be brought in. It's the expertise, and whether it be branding or marketing, whether it be supply chain, whether it be other areas, it's important to transfer that knowledge and know-how from Finland to Pakistan, and that's the opportunity. The education system, as you mentioned, and Ziad mentioned earlier, to open our minds in terms of the kids that are coming in for innovation, to be able to challenge and ask those questions that need to be asked. Those are the areas where we can learn from. So I think that those are different areas that need to be collaborated with.
So from a healthcare perspective, I think there are a number of areas that Finland can have a big impact in Pakistan. And as Ziad pointed out, it's not just about sending money, it's sending the resources. So professional services, teaching people how, and consulting services, I think, is a great way to have an impact and generate revenue back in Finland. I think technology transfer, absolutely. Having products made in Pakistan, medical products made in Pakistan, to the standard that the world requires and sold by Finnish companies, a great opportunity. And then Pakistan has a great pool of human resources. I mean, 65% of the population is under the age of 35. So you have a pool of resources that can be trained. So education in medical schools, nursing schools, all of these can be set up by Finnish companies and used to facilitate and build a hospital locally. It could be a great way of generating income and revenue for Finnish companies. You've got a captured audience of 230 million people here in Pakistan.